Here we go again. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host and one and only talent, El Idolo Deportivo Taylor. It is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world, if you know what I'm saying, muchacho. When I say another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world, I fully mean it. It is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. It is officially November 21st. So you know what that means? You know what that means? That means it is the week of Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving week. I know some of y'all been waiting. I know I'm waiting. I can't wait to get facts off of all of the good home cooking that's about to come my way. I can't wait to get fat and just eat 3 times my body weight. You understand? Like, there's only one thing that I'm looking forward to more than a kush coma, and that is a food coma. Oh boy, that is that good food coma too. You know how this goes already. We've been shopping all week. We've been shopping all month, really. Packing up, getting supplies, right? Getting all the goods, getting stuff for the kids, right? Now we're getting stuff for the adults, making sure the adults are taken care of. Oh yeah, it's about to be a celebration. But we got a big show for you guys today. Another big show for you guys today. They said we're supposed to have highs of 78, lows of 71. We got a 50% chance of rain. Actually, it's raining right now. I shouldn't even say 50% chance of rain. We got a 100% chance of rain going on right now. You understand? Like, it's real moist outside. It's real moist outside. Just to let you guys know. Right? So hope you guys could enjoy the moistness in the air. I feel so much better. I had to take my socks off. It feels good to let the feet breathe. Don't you guys forget here on the Mighty Sports Podcast, advertisers, this could be your product right here. So if you would like to advertise on the Mighty Sports Podcast, just make sure that you email or DM me at mytsports@gmail.com, or just hit me in the DMs, and that could be you and your product right there, right here in the front row, not in the back row. We got the massager. Like, we got the massager sitting back here. I know you think like the massage is all inconspicuous. Yeah, not where the massager's at. Big ass bottle of alcohol. I'm just saying. It could all be you. It's all for you. And we got a big show for all of you guys, right? We're going to talk about Kyrie's return. Oh, boy. Sunday was lit with the word. Then we're going to talk about BG as well. Because, you know, not a day goes by, not a podcast goes by that we don't remind you guys about Brittany Griner's current status, right? We got a couple of RIPs to get through. Yeah, we got a couple of passing aways. We got a walk off L. We got Blue Chew, so you don't ever have to walk off with an L. We gonna talk about some Black Adam. I'm gonna say, we're gonna hit him. Hold up. I saw what just happened there. Hold on, that's not how we going down. That's not how it's going down. We gonna run that back. Let's try this again. My mic was off. colors. Ha. Oh, not there yet? Let me crack open another one of these. So mad at myself. Hold on, I gotta send them. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only talent, El Idolo Deportivo Taylor. It is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. If you guys don't know, we're coming at you live and direct from South Florida, folks, where, you know what, when the rest of the country is over here getting away a cold front, we over here talking about, you know what, we choose not to receive, folks. We've had highs of 70, I think it's been highs of like 81, lows of 71. We've had 100% chance of rain today. So it's been real moist out there. So I hope you guys are really enjoying the moistness. Right? If you guys are seeing me, right? You guys could be seeing me a lot of places. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. But where you're not going to see me today is on Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail for the next 48 hours while I try to win my appeal. Like, they always, I swear, they be trying to get me for the craziest thing. And it's always for violence. Like, yo, I slapped the shit out of you, B. I'm not violent for shit. Talking about, oh, no, this may go against your communities. You got community over here advertising pussy. Pussy! Yet you mad at me. You mad at your boy over here. I don't even, because I said, yo. I wish I had, you know what? That's my fault. This is my fault. I failed you. Because I could have had the meme up so I could describe it to you guys. But it was simple, right? It's that video where dude is getting married behind his back. He's holding his phone. It says, "Help me." Nobody's helping. And all I said was, if that was me, I would get up, bust everybody in the face. No, I'm joking. I said, if that was me, I would get up and dynamic entry the preacher for dramatic effect. Right? While everybody's distracted trying to tend to the preacher, I would kidnap my boy, take him out of there. Hopefully he still got the ring on him, right? Or if I'm the best man, I got the ring on me. We can go ahead and get this ring cash real quick, and we can go have a good night out. And rethink about and help him rethink about his life choices. About forever. Thank you. That's all I said. But the good folks at Facebook, they gonna act like I'm over here really trying to, I mean, not for nothing, I would really kidnap my best friend for that shit. I really would. And I would really drop kick the preacher. I really would. But I'm not out here promoting violence and kidnapperisms. It's not what I does. It's not what I do. But yet, here I am in Facebook booking, in Facebook Central booking, seeing if I can post bail before they take me up for real. And honestly, the appeal isn't so much about, right? The appeal isn't even so much about the right or wrong, right? Because I'm like, yo, you can let it pass. Like, whatever, it's 2 days. It's about having the strikes on your record. Because you know, like, there we go. That's what I want to hear. Because you know, after a certain amount of time, they start taking that shit seriously. Like it's a driving infraction. They see, you know, you off of social media. I'm not saying that I need social media to be social. I'm just saying I need social media for the podcast, and I would be irresponsible to be able to lose that platform. But right now, if you guys are wondering, cause I already know you guys aren't seeing me on Facebook, right? Oh shit! What up, P? Okay, that's an inside joke. I apologize for you guys. You guys are wondering, what the hell is wrong with this boy? Your boy got issues. Your boy got major issues. So yeah, so you guys are seeing me, right? You guys were like, yo, I ain't seen you on Facebook today. That's the reason why. So like I said, it'll just be irresponsible for me. It'll just be irresponsible of me, like, to lose that platform. Like I feel like it'll be irresponsible for Kyrie to lose his platform. So let's give you the rundown of today's show, right? We're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving's return. I know. We're gonna talk about BG. We got a couple of RIPs. I already told you about the walk-off L. I told you about Blue Chew. I told you about Black Adam. Oh, sugar, Klay makes a return and Klay goes off. We're going to get into that. I told you this is Thanksgiving week. I hope you guys ready to get fat. We got the AL MVP. He's been announced. Hopefully he can get paid as well. We got a playoff snapshot coming up next week. Yeah, that's next week. Guys, I let you guys know. Next week, we do the playoff snapshot again. And we're going to see who survived from week 8 that's still there. Who's moved themselves in? Who's moved themselves out? Has anybody from last year that was out, have they made their way back in? We're gonna talk about that next week on the podcast. Next show on the podcast. You guys know we're gonna be live at Sharky's. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so you know it's gonna be big. Ladies drink free 9 to 10. Ladies drink free 9 to 10. Ladies drink free 9 to 10. Do I have to say it again? Ladies drink free 9 to 10. So you put on your favorite hen outfit and you go out there searching for some cocks, okay? I'm just saying. We're gonna talk about Philly, Kansas City. We're gonna talk about the Olympics, maybe. We're gonna get into that and more coming up next on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what we say here. Regardless of the time and regardless of the weather, you play to win the game. Hello? It's always a blast on a MyT Sports Podcast. We're gonna stir the show. So let's start gabbing. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm a little off my rocker today. MyT Sports. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. All that. I'm not even tipsy yet. I'm real mad at myself. You see these? You see these right here? Not these nuts. Get your eyes up. My eyes up here. You see these right here? These little things. I know I'm not the only person that has done this before. My hand's not that big. I know I'm not the only person that's done this before. Well, you've gone to the supermarket in a rush, picked up Coronitas. And it's only happened with Coronas because Coronas are the only ones that have minis. I know what you was doing. You was going out there, you was looking for a 24-pack. You saw the 24-pack, you grabbed it, next thing you know, you get home, you crack one open. You didn't even crack one open, you open up the box and you're like, fuck me. Like, fly and fuck dynamic entry me to the face. Like, Hurricane Nikki me to the face. So normally I have this, right? Whoa. Pause. Normally I have this 2-drink limit, right? And because I know you guys don't like 2-drink limit. When the fuck did you get it? I have a. If you speak to one individual that knows me, probably the person that knows me for the shortest amount of time currently in my life. You really are the shortest person I know currently in my life. I just realized this. Whoa. Wow. But they 100% know me as a person who only has a 2-drink limit. After 2 drinks, I kind of get faded. Ooh, San Francisco, Arizona, 14-10. 4 minutes left in the second. Knicks, Oklahoma City, 81-74. 6.5 minutes left in the third. Jalen Brunson going off. I think that's 22 right now. In the halfway through the third. We're going to see how this Quentin Grimes project looks, right? Because you know they really want to start Quentin Grimes at that shooting guard position. The small forward position may be a... You know what? We're not there yet. My bad. I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. That's how ready I am to get into the sport. So you know what we do here? Not now. You know what we're gonna do here? We are going to get into our birthday shout outs. Oh yeah. You know what, guys? I think I've been procrastinating this a little bit. Right? We're gonna get into our birthday shout outs, right? And then we're gonna get into the sports. Because you know how we like to do here in the podcast, right? Before we start off any show whatsoever, we like to have ourselves a nice little birthday party. So, let's go ahead and get this party started. Y'all ready for this one? Oh shit, that's what I'm talking. We like that? I like that. You like that? I like, because yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. All right, folks, you know what we like to do here. We like to give a birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we were on the air, right? So, let's go ahead and... Oh, you know what? I really didn't mean to do this. Not like this. Whoa. Pause. I don't like that at all. 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 I'm sorry. I was about to send a message, and I didn't like the way this message was about to send a message. Like, seriously. I don't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. Like, it was about to do some shit. I was about to be like, hey, yo. Like, you was about to like give away all my little tricks and secrets. Nah, B. That ain't about to happen. Not today. Not now. Not ever. Regards to weather. Let's go again from the tippity top. Oh, my people. Alright, let's go. We go. Cause yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Alright, folks, the first birthdays. Actually, you know what? Let's see something. You know what? I don't have them here. I was about to be like, you know what? Let's see if I have all of these birthday people, right? Right? I was gonna see, like, let's see if I have all of these birthday people on my, like, on my Instagram. So I was like, you know what? I think I should. I think I might. I think I may just have a few of you on here tonight. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I know how you go. I know how your name goes. I know how your name. We know how that shit goes. You know how that shit goes. There you go. 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 Alright, who else we got left? We got a bunch of people to get this out to, right? Let's go ahead and bam. Let's drop that right there. And then bam. Let's drop that right there. And then bam. Let's drop that right there. Oh yeah, we getting everybody in here today. I hope you guys are ready for this party. Bam, we dropping that right there. That's going out to you too, Poe. Alright. Listen, we trying to get the whole squad up in here. Bam, that goes out to you too. Right? You little fuckers, that goes out to you too. You know what I mean? Like, yo. Like, I'm trying to get all of yous in here. Tell you. Hold on one second. I'm getting a little trigger happy over here. I want to make sure this. I'm sure this is going for a long time. Hold on. Let's run that back. Let's run that back. I want that ran back like it was back to back like when Dre decided to go after. Hey yo. Alright, let's see. I'm supposed to be getting my cousin here. I did all that to get my cousin invite, and I didn't even send this little big head motherfucker invite yet. Let's make sure Big Head get an invite. Alright. Let's make sure this oblong headed motherfucker get an invite, because we were supposed to be talking some shit. Alright, there goes your invite. Who else get a random invite before I start the show? These motherfuckers. They all get the invite too before we start the show. Like, I don't even know. Like, you know what's crazy? I don't know who you are. Oh no, never mind. I am not doing that. Alright. Is that the last of them? Alright. Let's get into our bag then. Right? Because yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. But because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Alright, folks, let's get these birthday shout outs taken care of, right? We got a couple of birthday shout outs. We got a couple, right? Not a lot. We ain't here for a long time. We here for a good time, right? But I'm gonna tell you what though. I missed a whole bunch of birthdays because we didn't have a show on Friday, right? So if we don't have a show on Friday, then that means that you guys already know, right? We're covering Thursday, we covering Friday, we covering Saturday, we covering Sunday, and we covering Monday. Yeah, folks, we taking care of all of the dates above, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it, right? We had no birthdays for the 17th, right? So unfortunately, my 17th babies, right? My people born on November 7th. Wait a minute. I feel like something happened on November 17th. Yo, is that when Deb dropped her hit single? Was that November 17th? It could be. Was that on Friday? Nah, that wasn't last Friday. We had nothing for the 17th. I'm gonna stick to it. Right? But for the 18th, I want to say happy birthday to Rebecca Nichols. Right? One of my Nicholas. I don't know why I'm about to call you Rebecca Nichols. Why am I pronouncing that Nichols? Whatever, homegirl from back in the day, we used to party it up, right? She was there when I got bit by El Diablo, right? So I want to say happy birthday to Rebecca. Also want to move on. That's the only birthday we have for the 18th. Let's move over to the 19th. But I had a birthday for one of my co-workers, right? Neon Charlotte, right? She used to sit right beside me. We used to just talk that shit all goddamn day. Neither one of us did anything at that goddamn job. That job was by suit, They didn't want to pay motherfuckers. They wanted to work you like all the way to death. To my $11 an hour, and they want you to put in like 60 hours a week. Yo, suck a dick. But not you, Neon. Happy birthday to Neon. That job we had could go suck a dick, right? Want to say happy birthday to Neon as well, right? Also, right? Big, you know, right? Like you see, you understand when we gotta step out of the character. Right? Gotta give happy birthday to Andrew Miller, aka Killer Miller, right? Hey, that's my army brethren, right? My army big bro. Wanna say happy to you. Hope life is treating you like you know you get the sidebar one, right? Everybody gonna get the generic real quick. But I hope life is treating you good. Hope you eating good. Hope you living good, brethren. Hope the family's strong. Everything's strong. Fear strong. You know what I mean? Everything will go on. Big up to your brethren. Hope everything still stay irie. Right, and then that was yesterday, right? That was on Sunday. That was on football Sunday, on God's day, however you would like to interpret it. But then that brought us to today. That brought us to Monday. Give me that again. Right, that brought us to Monday. And here on Monday, we have... Is that it? Is that her? Is that her? That's definitely her. Okay. We have a couple of birthdays, right? Let's start off with Donna Verdi Greco. Lovely young woman that I met during the pandemic. Not only is she a fighter of freedom, but she also runs marathons, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember it correctly, met her the day that we went protesting over the death of George Floyd. Ironically, she happens to know my sister. Right? So I want to say happy birthday to Donna as well. As always, hope things are well with you. I did happy birthday to Keely Moore, right? Keely is a real one, right? Like, she's a little firecracker. Somebody else I used to party with back in the day. I used to party with her and her homegirl. I don't think her homegirl lives in the state anymore, though. Or lives in the area anymore. Alright? But oh man, hey yo, to my little firecracker. Like a little firecracker and a peacekeeper when she needs to be, right? Like, definitely want to say happy birthday to Keely, right? Let's make sure we get all up. Let's round everybody up, right? You guys get in here. Right? You guys will get in a circle, right? Let's get you guys, right? Group picture. Okay? You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, so to Rebecca, and to Neon, and to Andrew, and to Donna, and to Keely, is there any more? I want to wish you all a happy birthday. Hope you party hard. So this is Monday. Hope you got your weekend at Bernie's on. You regret nothing. You enjoy everything. But more importantly, you continue to stay MyT. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, do me a favor. Could that be? Woo. I love starting off the podcast with the birthday parties. I know you do too. Let's go ahead and get directly into the sports today, right? Let's get into what has been and what will continue to be our MyT topic of the day, and it has been going on for 277 consecutive days straight since the incident. I think we've been doing this for about 263 days consecutively. And that is giving a big shout out to one Brittany Griner, as Brittany Griner is still being wrongfully detained in Russian authority for empty weed cartridges that were found in her luggage, as they continue to try to leverage her to try to free up one of their illegal arms dealers. Yes, folks, that is what's going on right now with Brittany Griner, right? So more importantly, we just constantly just trying to keep her in our positive thoughts, right? Or keep her in whatever energy whatever method that we use to channel positive energy. We like to just keep her there, and hope that she can get home as safely as possible and as fast as possible, right? Knowing that it's already been 277 days, we know that fast is kind of out the window in a sense, right? But that doesn't mean that safe isn't. And with as little mental issues as possible. Again, let's hope that Brittany Griner. I gotta get myself a BG shirt for real. Like, I don't know if you guys saw very recently in women's NCAA, right, where Coach Daly and I forgot the other coach that she was playing against, where they both decided that they were gonna go ahead and wear Brittany Griner t-shirts while coaching their game as well, making sure that they keep her not only in their memory but also in the memories of others. Because when Coach Daly plays, that's damn near a televised game. Like, she just won a championship, like, for Christ's sake. So make sure you talk to her nice, baby. Because let's just remember, like, if there's one thing about Coach Daly, that in case you guys may have forgotten, I heard KJ.
Shut the fuck up! 1v1 me, you pussy! Pussy! Fucking 1v1 me! You piece of shit!
But she can still say that because she has won a national champion. So make sure you put some respect on her name always. You see Deuce right now at the free throw lines, and Knicks are like, oh, he misses that. There's now 12 seconds left in the third. Knicks are up 98-87. 7 seconds left. You see Chill. You see. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. SGC bringing the ball up, passes out. Open 3-pointer is missed, folks. And we go into the fourth. Okay, there is an open bottle of Jack Daniels on the.
Ew.
Okay.
Wow. Drink whiskey. Jesus Christ. That's how I know I've been going. You don't even know what the hell I drink anymore.
I was saying, you know what I got available.
Right.
Watch out for the.
I see the cord.
Right.
First thing the man offered me is Jack Daniels.
I didn't offer you vodka. Because I also got
I'll
vodka.
take vodka.
I mean, the vodka got weed in it though.
Honestly, with the way the last couple weeks have been, that don't seem like the shittiest option right now, son.
The vodka got some weed in it. I don't offer that shit to anybody. I'm like, I can't be spiking y'all. Like, I hate listen. I've only had one shot of that motherfucker. Like that's all I've drank out of that bitch so far.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've been soaking this bitch for a minute. Holidays is around the corner. We about to fuck that. I'm gonna slip this to my cop cousin.
Ah, damn.
Alright, let's continue, right? So, let's give you guys a quick rundown, right? It's just to make sure you guys don't know, because you guys went like, yo, Brittany Griner, I heard you always talking about her, but, I mean, is she really as good as you say that she is? Oh, that and even more. We're talking about champion, 8-time All-Star, 8-time block leader, 2-time peak performer, 2-time scoring champion. When's the last time you heard somebody be an 8-time block leader and a scoring champion? Like, you understand, you're like you guys' favorite basketball player, LeBron James, right? Like he hasn't even done that. Just saying. Right, 7 times, or say call it 6 times, NBA All Team. Well, between the first and second team, 3 each. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, scoring champion, and Defensive Player of the Year. You know the last time we heard something like that?
Never.
Kobe. Jordan. I'm just saying. When you've heard MVP, scoring champion, and Defensive Player of the Year, you don't get a lot of players with all 3 of those accolades wrapped up into one tight-knitted athlete. That's Brittany Griner. That's when I talked to you guys about her, right? When I talk to you guys about her, as she continues to stay strong and she throws out the MyT symbol, right? When I talk to you guys about it, it isn't just because of my affection and love for all things vagina. I mean for all women, right? It's because when you look at this resume, I am still surprised to this day there's not more stink. That's all. Like I said, she's doing stuff. I knew it was a matter of time. Time after time. Time after time. What's going on, sis? How you doing over there? I knew it was a matter of time.
Knicks got a nice little lead.
Yeah, they've been handling their thing so far. I haven't been paying attention to RJ Barrett's performance. He's still actually I haven't been paying attention. He's still struggling.
Just get wins. Get wins right now. Excuse me. Yes, literally. Just get the wins.
But Jalen Brunson, last time I checked, he had 20 points with about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I don't care how. Just get the wins.
So they've been putting it together.
Just get the wins, B. Just get the wins. Take all the wins absolutely necessary.
Especially against the team that you're supposed to beat. I mean, that's always the first sign of success. Beat the team, like that's the first sign of positive movement. What the hell did I just walk into? The same thing you always walk into, Pinky. Us trying to plot on how to take over the world.
Duh. Asking, I know there's no such thing as dumbass questions, but damn.
So again, keep Brittany Griner in your thoughts and prayers, right? As she continues to go through her struggle. Let's get into our MyT topic. Let's get into our first topic of the day.
First of all,
Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom. Kyrie returns to the Barclays Center. So Kyrie returns to the Barclays Center after his 8-game suspension for
Mercy, give me strength.
for conduct detrimental to the team, right? For sharing a video that he was unaware of its anti-Semitic references. Let's call it that. So, Kyrie Irving has now, technically has finished jumping through hoops, hula hooping with his eyes closed. What is it? What do you do? Pat your head while rubbing your stomach.
Saying nigga here, nigga here,
You know,
nigga here, nigga here, here nigga, here nigga.
You know, it's one of those things where you know that they're trying to make an example out of him, and that's what we,
Here nigga, right
and that's
here
where they
nigga.
cross the line for
Jump
for
nigga.
most of us.
Gotta jump a little higher, nigga. Just a little higher, nigga. Just a little higher. That's basically what that was.
So Kyrie returns, and when Kyrie returns, he is met with a flop.
Jawless Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, he was met with Memphis Grizzlies. That's something we gotta talk about on Wednesday too. I'm cursed, I think. But he is met with a group of Hebrew Israelites outside of the Barclays Center, and they're preaching, they're promoting their own message, but also showing solidarity for Kyrie. That's what they're doing. Because, as I just mentioned, while a lot of individuals may have said, hey, Kyrie, yeah, you need to be careful about what you're posting like this. The moment, and we all believe that he should have gotten some kind of punishment. Outline the punishment, let it be it. Don't say, oh, now you're being punished. But nah, we want you to walk down the ramp butt naked while people throw fruit at you and yell shame. Are we in Game of Thrones?
Exactly, shame.
Cause that's what they're trying to do with the list. And that's when they lost 98% of the people. Was right at that moment. And now,
And the people that were the sickest were the motherfuckers who really had an issue with what Kyrie posted.
exactly.
The people who really was in uproar was the people who
Like
had
myself,
an issue
like-
with what Kyrie
like-
originally posted.
Like,
That's the problem.
Like,
you managed, NBA, understand what you managed to do. You managed to piss off the people who were already upset with Kyrie for what the hell he did to begin with.
and then you gotta flip that got them upset at you because you wanted him to jump through nigga hoops.
Only you, NBA. I don't even think the NFL could pull that shit off.
The NFL can. I can see.
Oh, no.
The NFL will double down on that shit.
Nah, no. No, not like that. Not like that. Not flat out embarrass you and have you stuck on an island like that.
So
No.
The Hebrew Israelites. All right, they came out to show support for Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the midst of all that, his boy Jaylen Brown decides to share this image that you guys see now on my screen and put energy. And that caused him to have to apologize. You guys are getting on my motherfucking nerves. Holy shit. Like, see, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. This is how you birth Kanye's. This is how you breed Antonio Browns of the. I keep telling y'all this.
I gotta give Kanye love for this.
Back in my
Kanye,
army
you
days,
did it. Kanye, you did it. You Kanye. Only Kanye could pull this shit off. Kanye happened to find a way to flip the script because of people's flat out overreactions and.
Can you pass me? Please, thank you. Feeling kind of sober around here.
It's the fact that he sniffed around. Sober around here.
Okay, so I think I made something up, and I'm gonna put it right here on the air. I think I made something up, and I'm gonna arrive at this. What do you call a group of potheads?
What do you call a group of potheads, Talon?
A pot herd. And I said that responding to somebody the other day, and I'm like, I think I made some shit up. And by my responses, from everybody's responses to me, I think I stumbled upon a new phrase that nobody else got. Pot herds. A group of potheads coming together. Wait till Thanksgiving dinner. I would be like, look at this group of pot herds over here. Grandma the pot herd, auntie the pot herd, son the pot herd, brother the pot herd. Where my nephew there? Nephew the pot herd, niece the pot herd. Got a whole pot herd. Well, Kyrie Irving also had a herd of individuals there to support him outside the Barclays Center. Jaylen Brown. I'm about to call him Brunson. Jaylen Brown shares it. Now, from sharing it, he catches backlash. Because this particular chapter of Hebrew Israelites are ones that are said to have a lot of anti-Semitic speech in their rhetoric. So, because he shared the image of those individuals supporting Kyrie and capturing it energy, it was taken as if he was now support. He didn't even know it was the black. He didn't even know it was the Hebrew Israelites. He thought it was the Qs out there stepping. Right? But more than anything, he was also showing love to his buddy. He was showing what he was showing was the kind of energy. With all his, if you really want to break down what he said, he was showing that the kind of energy that is being showed for his boy Kyrie. Nothing in there did was he promoting. But you know what? You guys interpret things the way that you want to interpret it, and a lot of you guys are bad-minded. So what happens is that you interpret things with the most negative piece of mind that you can think of.
You negative motherfuckers.
And then you implement that as general will or general not. An example sometimes, right? Sometimes you're not even bad-minded. Sometimes you're outside your mind, right? Sometimes like when there's children around, right? You think of a scenario that, oh my God, what about the children? The children's not going to even understand what the fuck is going on. Now you're worried about the children because you can comprehend this at your adult stage, and now you're putting your adult mind in your 2-year-old and talk about what about the children. Child isn't comprehending shit what's going on right now. Not to say they're not understanding that, or they may not be able to repeat.
Don't use your child as an excuse, you weak ass motherfuckers.
So, the Hebrew Israelites
Weak. Oh my
came
God.
out and showed Kyrie love. Jaylen Brown. See, knew it was gonna happen. Jaylen Brown shares it and shows up, and now he's forced to apply. And you know what? Instead of us talking about the game, right? Instead of us talking about the 127-115 victory over Memphis, granted, it's a jotless victory. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny on the day that Kyrie Irving comes back and you have a bunch of Hebrew Israelites outside. There's no Ja in the building. I'm just saying.
We needed the Holy Ghost. We needed the Holy Ghost in the building. Ja.
I keep forgetting I got boss for days.
Ja.
So, instead of talking about, thank you. Instead of talking about Brooks's performance, right? His 31 points. Instead of talking about Kevin Durant's 26.
Who cares? He does that in his sleep.
Ben Simmons actually having a decent game, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
Once again, who cares?
Instead of talking about Brooklyn actually looking halfway decent, right? Because they have their own set of struggles, right? They had the LeBron James effect. It was like, hey, all of a sudden we lose our guy, now we winning? What the fuck is happening here? But instead of talking about that, we're talking about Jaylen Brown and the Hebrew Israelites that came to support Kyrie. You know what though? I remember when the other people were protested, right? Remember when he was protested in the front row?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
How much attention did they get? So we're going to keep that same energy. Welcome back, Kyrie Irving. Welcome back to the game of basketball. It's good to see you, brother, back on the court. Even though we give Kyrie Irving... Listen. Even though we hold Kyrie Irving responsible as much as we do anybody else in this league. Highly responsible. We hold him highly accountable. Because he's a highly polarizing individual. And he's very articulate, right? And he's vocal. So we hold him accountable. His game. His game and his actions. He's not the only person. Right? One of my favorite players, we hold his actions accountable, even though he about to get a pass for that shit, right? He'll for shits and giggles or shoots and ladders, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna talk about that on Wednesday. Glad to see Kyrie Irving now back on the court. Now, I don't know, can he stay on the court? Yeah, we'll address all that other stuff.
I don't care about that right now.
Yeah, we'll address all that other stuff when we get there. I'm just happy to see Kyrie Irving back there. And no longer having to put on whatever dog and pony show, because it was always ironic that Joe Tsai needed to sit down and talk to Kyrie to know where his heart was and where his intentions were. Where, when honestly, for the better part of the week before then, 2 weeks before then, months before then, Kyrie Irving has come out on multiple accounts and said, how can I be anti-Semitic when I'm Semitic myself? Now, we do know there were self-deprecating Semitic individuals, right? Or there's self-deprecating classes of people, right? Self-deprecating white people, self-deprecating black people, self-deprecating islanders, Asians, whatever, right? So I know that doesn't automatically give you a pass. That's like somebody try to come to me and be like, hey, you're racist towards black people. I'm like, how the fuck can I be racist to black people when I'm black? Like, my nigga, like, get the fuck out of my face. Now, granted, does that automatically give me a pass? No. But what I'm saying is that you gonna have to come up with more evidence than me sharing a fucking video.
Damn it.
Especially when he is fully identifies as the class of people you're saying he is pushing hate against. Because that means he'll be out there telling people, hey, come kill me. Not me, himself, but you know.
I was about to say, whoa.
No, y'all be like, T, you're Hebrew. It's like, what even? No, like, listen, I'm looking into it, though. Listen, pretty soon I may start eating bean pies. You guys will never know. But now this whole targeting now of every single little individual. I'm telling you guys. See, you know, Sonny? The term never forget, right, gets thrown around a lot, right? For a lot of things. Never forget 9/11. Never forget the Holocaust, right? And people make sure they put things in place to make sure those things never happen again. Never forget slavery. I'll get over it. You guys whine too much. Get over that one. And then things are constantly being put in place to try to revert back to slavery. Hope you guys paid attention to your last voting election. I gotta look to see how you guys voted in those states that had slavery on the docket. Well, to see how stupid you motherfuckers were. Like, I already know Florida's a red state. Like, you can't beat that shit. Florida's gonna be a red state to the day it's died. Like you understand? That's the reason why every woman that voted red, if any one of you ever talk about like women's health care, abortion rights, women's right, or anything like that, I'm gonna laugh at your fucking face because you voted your rights away. Just saying. I know a lot of you like, oh, you guys like to promote and big up and say how happy you are that you're red this and you're red that, but it's the redness that has now abolished abortions and take away Planned Parenthood. So the next time you're having a baby by your rapist, thank your red state. But you know what they said, they're gonna up the abortions and make adoptions and stuff like, I mean, not abortions, they're gonna make adoptions and making people who wanted to buy kids a lot more incentivized and stuff like that. Oh, okay. I see them saying that we are running out of children to push through our children's slave trade. So we want to make sure that number is always up and bountiful. So let's make sure that we can always put people in situations where they may feel uncomfortable to get rid of a child that can be easily forgotten and kidnapped and taken into the system and sold. Red states. Just saying. I'm in a great state of mind today, though. I'm in a New York state of I'm in a New York state of mind.
You needed to announce that?
What's that?
You needed to announce that?
We are, because it's a segue. Even regardless of how bad things may have looked.
This shit is always in a New York state of mind up here.
Regardless of how bad things may have looked these last couple of... Well, this past weekend. It hasn't even been these past couple of weeks, because we've had some good times, for the most part. But this last week wasn't one of them. Wasn't our finest moments as Jets fans, as Giants fans, or as Knicks fans. These matinees. So I'm gonna tell you this. I've always been a fan of the matinees, right? Personally, and I realized something. These matinees, they're not really made for the sports fan. At least not during football season. Like, who the fuck is having a game at 12 in the afternoon during football season? But it made me realize. This is why I realized that those matinee games aren't made for the real fans like that. Nope. It's made for the people that are in town, passing by. We're in New York. We're here. Let's go catch a game.
Me by.
Right? It's for one of those scenarios. But because I'm like, one, these games are always rough, always kind of rough, right? They're always rough, and I feel like you landed right on Jalen Brunson's legs. I just saw that. Is that Gallinari? That's not even him.
His bitch ass tore his ACL.
He landed right on his legs.
I better hope my dog get up.
Oh God.
Give me a reason, Oklahoma City. Give me a reason. Give me a reason right now.
Oklahoma City, I'm letting you know right now, if he doesn't come back from this, Deborah's child isn't getting a birthday present.
Please give me a reason.
Look at that. Right on his legs.
Give me a reason, Oklahoma City.
Right on his legs. God damn. Full weight and everything.
You fat motherfucker.
God damn. He was cooking them too. Oh, man.
If you can't beat him, hurt him, huh?
Yo, you don't understand. You don't even understand.
Faggot motherfuckers.
There's no way that the New York Knicks... I'm going to say it, right? Because this is where we're at. And I know this is what we're thinking right now. As we're about to get... You know what? And it's funny, too, because we was about to get right here. It was about that time to get into the goddamn motherfucking... Let's bring that down a little bit. Motherfucking Knicks talk, that Knicks talk. It was already going to look pretty bad. It was going to look pretty bleak. I mean, we had a bounce back game, but...
Hate it here.
But... for the most part, we got that Knicks talk. Even when this nigga's is limping off the court, we got that Knicks talk.
Nigga fell right on his leg, but we still got that Knicks talk.
I ain't too hard to beg.
Oh, it's definitely too hard to beg right now. It is way too hard to beg right now. But we still stay with the Knicks talk.
Because I need it in the morning, in the middle of the night.
Need the Knicks talk, the Knicks talk. And I ain't too proud to beg for the Knicks talk, the Knicks talk.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, Knicks fans. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little upset right now for what I just saw happen to Jalen Brunson.
Bullshit.
Right now, let's go into breaking news and let's get some overreaction going on right now. If this happens to be more serious, and listen, this is far too early of a reaction. We are reacting to this in live time. If something is wrong with Jalen Brunson, Knicks fans, I think I will throw up every day for the next 82 games. Because if the New York Knicks lose the point guard that they just signed, if they lose the guy that they have been searching for, and not to say that he's the best version of the guy that we need, he is a good version of the guy that we need, a solid version of the guy that we need. Okay, like this was so hurt, and I see him standing up. He's giving everybody the high five. You understand that this will be devastating to Knicks fans, devastating. It hasn't even happened, and I'm half devastated. But looks like things are working out. Like Jalen Brunson's gonna come back. He's still limping. He's gonna muscle through this shit. So, see, this is the thing about it. He's that nigga. See, he already won the hearts of Knicks fans right now. I'll tell you right now. He already has won the hearts of Knicks fans from what he's done so far. If he plays through the rest of today, 33 points already, 14 for 19 shooting, 4 free throws, 6 assists. He may not be Ja Morant, but I'm telling you right now, we have a point guard. We have what we've been looking for. You don't need the most dynamic point guard in the league to have a point guard. No, we have a guy. What we still need, though, is still a dynamic guy. And you know what's crazy? The guy that I keep mentioning, he just limped off the court last night. Ja. No, Ja limped off a couple nights before then. Bradley Beal. Listen, man, you know I keep my eyes on Bradley Beal.
I don't give a damn. He chose that fate. He can rot.
No, because
he can rot right there in
because
Washington. He's had 2 opportunities to get out. He can rot right there. Rot.
I know what you're saying.
Rot.
But you know, players these days,
I don't care.
No longer move it and take the money. What
Hey,
Jalen Brunson did.
Like
They like to do the sign and trade.
Like I said, get your cash, brother, man. Get your cash.
Out.
But when you
Foul?
decide to get your cash and stay right there in Washington after all these years, they haven't done shit for you. You chose that fate. I can't feel sorry.
I still thought he was coming to New York.
The day that the news came out that he re-signed to stay there, I immediately came in my group chat with my guys that I bet with, and I immediately said, I can no longer feel sorry for Bradley Beal. I'm not feeling sorry for him. He just got injured. He chose that fate.
And the reason I mention is because I keep an eye on him because I know I have an eye of him coming to the Knicks.
Here's the problem. He probably wasn't even healthy for 100% going into the season. But if he was on a team that actually could care about his, health, well-being, and not have to worry about needing to be there all the time, and really could worry about him resting and come back when he's healthy, and the team is already still in the playoff hunt within the top 4 or 5 and whatnot, could be a whole different scenario. But when you decide to stay there in Washington all these years, get that money, get your bag, young fella. I ain't mad at you. Get your money. But just know, going forward, you showed your hand. You showed your hand when it comes to winning the ring, all of that. You showed your hand. It doesn't matter to you like that. Get your bag. That's cool. But in regards to all of that stuff about people feeling sorry for you, next. Get well soon, brother. Until then,
it's about Bradley Beal. That's how salty that Bradley Beal got him feeling.
It's not even salty that he didn't come to
Bradley Beal.
No. See, that's another thing.
I'm not talking about him coming to the Knicks. That had nothing to do with him coming to the Knicks. It's about him staying there. Period.
It's for the last 4 years, at least, I've heard about him getting traded and whatnot. Nothing happens. He just doubles down there for Washington for what? At this point, I think Washington got something on him.
You know what? From how we found out about players lately, like
At
Deshaun
this
Watson
point,
and them.
I think Washington got
Would not
something
be
on him.
surprised. Let's see Quentin Grimes. Let's see one of his defensive possessions. Good. Listen, I like how Sims reacts on defense. I like how he reacts period to the ball. He's a ball hawk. He's one of those guys. He's one of those.
He's
like,
not slow.
like he has a good bounce. He has a real good. Woo! Let's go. That was just an alley-oop from Jalen Brunson to R.J. Barrett for the Knicks to go up 125-111 to help close this game at 122. He's still limping. He hurting. I'm telling you right now. He has officially won. Somebody just joined the podcast. Kevin. Oh, shit. Okay, I think I know which Kevin that is. What's going on, Kev? All right. He's officially... He's officially should have already won over the Knicks fans. Jalen Brunson's already. Early on, he should have... Because you're not going to get much... I shouldn't say you're not going to get much more from him. But you're not going to get much more from him on a consistent basis, right? You're going to get maybe a couple of 30 games here and there, but for the most part, he's probably going to be an 18-point per game person. 18 points and 6 assists, but constantly bringing poise and stability to the lineup. Like that's the two, like that's the thing that you really want more. Somebody that can run our offense. And Jalen Brunson is that guy. 8 assists, 34 points. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. And you know that when it comes to players, right? Especially at his height, he's like John Morant and Chris Paul in the category of he gets a lot of his points in the paint. A lot of his points come in the paint. He is a paint worker. And not just, I'm athletic, I could just fly through the paint and that's how I'm getting paint points, right? Like John Walls and the Russell Wilsons, Russell Westbrooks from back in the day. Like actually, I drive in, I pivot a little, pump fake, draw them in, make the defenders look at me, kick it out, you know what I mean? Or fade away. You know, like really works.
Passing to Julius Randle in the backcourt. This shit is killing me.
So that can happen.
This shit is killing me.
Who passed it to him? Was it Jalen?
Why would I want to pass to Julius Randle in the backcourt?
He was taking a break. He thought he could take a break.
I don't care. Don't do that.
And you see what Julius Randle did? Julius Randle
Don't do that.
You know what that was? Julius Randle did the, it's only a minute left.
Oh, you see why you don't give it to Julius Randle in the clutch?
It's only a minute left in the game. I
coasting.
I can do some me shit. Yeah.
This shit gonna become unnecessarily close for no reason.
It was an 11-point game. It's a 9-point game. 55 seconds left. So yeah, these man.
They gonna stress motherfuckers out for no reason.
So the Knicks had a bad game against Brooklyn, and then they came back and had a decent game against. Who did they play? Was it Detroit again?
Yeah.
Was it Detroit? Good old Detroit. When you need a dub, boy. Detroit's not even. You ever said that Detroit's one of those teams that are fighting hard right now? I don't even think it was Detroit. I don't even think it was Detroit. Hold on. I don't think it was Detroit that we played last. Let's tell the DJ to. Was that me?
Drop that beat.
Is somebody else just come in here? See, I'm telling you, I'm getting used to these new noises, and those are one of the new noises. Okay, he's coming in and out. Kev must have left. Alrighty. But did you look that up or about the Knicks last game? Cause I don't think
last game prior to this, that ass beating that we took to Phoenix.
Okay. Then before that it was Detroit. Yeah, that's the matinee game. That's right. No wonder. That's why I'm all salty about matinee games. I was like, I don't think we won our last game. Like that wasn't a bounce back game. It was Brooklyn, then Detroit, and then Phoenix, and now this. Is that what it was?
Something like that.
Right. I know we had a shitty performance against Brooklyn, and then had to have a bounce back game. Thank you. Yep, that was Kev. That Phoenix game wasn't. No, was it Phoenix or Golden State? Phoenix. Golden State was a different team. Oh R.J. Barrett with a bounce back game. 25 points, 10 for 16 shooting, 3 for 4 from 3-point range, 8 rebounds.
Good, great. Do it again.
Needed that because he's been under the weather.
Great, do it again.
Like, he had the flu.
I don't
he
care.
had the flu. Whatever the fuck
I don't care. I don't care. When Ja Morant was picked right before you, I don't care. Do it again. Find a way.
Well,
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not hearing excuses for RJ no more.
What
I'm
is-
not. I don't care.
That's not an
I don't
excuse.
care. I don't care.
He's been consistent.
Figure it out.
He was
Figure
consistent.
it out.
He was consistent.
Figure
He
it
was
out.
consistent last year.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
He's just sick.
Do it again.
He's just sick.
Do it again.
He will.
Do it again.
Okay.
Cut the two for 15. Cut the 3 for 18. Figure it out.
Oh my God! Speaking of, I saw an old box score. As you talking about 3 for 15 and 2 for 18, I saw an old box score. Guess whose box score I was looking at?
Kirk Cousins.
We're talking basketball still, and it was basically teammates that kind of had the same shit.
Julius.
I was looking at an old Houston Rockets box score of when Russell Wilson, Westbrook, and James.
At this point, they practically the same player.
Both of them are assholes.
Practically the same player.
That's just why it's so easy to confuse them now more than ever. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, Russ? And both of y'all want to cook. Worst cooking ever. Worst cooking ever. The only thing I've had worse than that cooking was the head I got this weekend. Oh man, I'm horrible, ain't I?
No, not really. Not really. Not really. No.
I kept on warning her, like, yo, the fucking teeth.
Niggas fucking up. It is what it
How you
is.
dirty and still got teeth issues?
Niggas fucking up. It is what it is. You get called out. Shit.
And this is all. And
everybody catches smoke out here.
Now, and
whether it's homies, whether it's friends, whether it's ball players not doing what they're supposed to do.
And let me be
You
honest
get
with you
called
guys. I'm
out.
being facetious. I'm super being facetious because we know this is NNN, right? And you know during NNN we practice load management.
NNN?
No, not November. No. Listen, I already got my December 1st lined up.
No. I don't know what that shit is.
It's like, wait, what?
Not November.
I didn't get that memo at all.
Never.
He's like, you know, he's like, I wasn't here on the podcast.
Listen,
I wasn't at that. I
Fuck that.
wasn't at that briefing.
Fuck that. They sent the letter in the mail. I ripped that shit up. No, what? Bitch. That's what I said as I was ripping that shit
Listen,
up.
like, you know, I thought about it, and then I had to remember.
November.
I had to remember about our big homies, right? One Jalen Rose, and I remember when he was going. I was like, you know what? It's like a body cleanse. I won't. You know what? And then.
Good for him. I love that for him. Granted, when he lost what he lost, that's highly understandable why he would go through a no nut series or whatnot.
Wait, did he lose his girl? Or was it the baby?
I don't care. All I know is he had Molly Curran sleeping next to him for a certain amount of time, and that's not there no more.
I don't know how you practiced NNN with Molly beside you.
Nope.
You tripping. He must have been on Molly's. He wildin'. Listen, I can practice NNN because I got nobody beside me right now. Like every doctor's appointment I've had, I reschedule. Like, yeah, I had to clean the carpets recently, so like my floors are wet. It was a real thing, but still. What? Hey, it really, my carpets, like, I did this clean the carpets, right? I did this clean the carpets. Right? Like I did the whole entire fucking house. And yeah, and you know, like I didn't want people coming over and trampling over my shit right then and there. Like, you know, because, you know, when it's still kind of like semi-wet, like all that dirt can still kind of like seep to the top. Like, yeah, still have I still gotta run through this a second time. I can see it. How do we talk? No, so NNN. Let's move on, right? Oh man. Listen.
The innocent person would have thought this was a new. Would have thought that was a new sports channel. NNN. Like, oh yeah, let me go watch NNN.
What does CNN stand for? I'm trying to replace the N with nigga. And just call that. So whoever knows, right? National, like something National Network, nigga National Network. And then we on Revolt TV.
Don't get fired. Hashtag don't get fired.
No, speaking of, right, I'm gonna give away some trivia answers, some possible trivia answers. Because I had to do some research recently, right?
Oh my god.
I had to do some research recently, right? And before I talk about these trivia answers, don't forget, guys, make sure you guys come out to Sharky's on Wednesday, where we'll be here live. And don't forget, ladies also drink free from 9 to 10, and also 2 for 1 drinks between 10 to 12. DJ Scepter will be in the building playing. Mighty Sports Podcast will be outside. We'll be having our raffle and our trivia segment. We'll be giving away our prizes of prizes. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go. And I gotta do this over. I'm gonna go over some possible trivia answers because I was doing some research and I learned some things. And today I want to look for some time lapse. I don't know why I didn't have this general knowledge, but I need to because I have to add something to my collection, and they're all right in front of me. Now, I know the Knicks right now they're now like 9-9, but coming into today's game they were only 8-9, right? One game slightly below 500. Now, just to let you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Do you want to know the team that they were surprisingly better than? I do say surprisingly. One of the teams that the New York Knicks are surprisingly better than. You heard him just say it. I mean, we hate to say it, but Brooklyn Nets. Also,
Lakers.
The LA Lakers. Let's stay in the state of California.
Clippers.
Golden State Warriors.
And them too.
Right? Then let's stay local.
Even though they bust our asses.
Well, they should. But let's stay local.
We beat our ass if we stole something. We saw them niggas last week.
Woo! Miami Heat were better than them too. And I forgot who we were tied with. I think we're tied with the Clippers. And I forgot what other team we're tied with. But so, I know, and you know what's funny?
That means there's about to be some real money being made within the next month because there's about to be 4 or 5 teams that just start winning games like crazy.
And you know,
I'ma just chill, and whoever win about 2-3 games in a row, just know.
So, teams like
give me 100 on the Nuggets tonight.
Teams like the Heat, the Lakers, the Warriors, and the
give
Nets.
me 150 on the Celtics tonight. Spread, nigga, spread.
They're in the same category as the Knicks, where you have to be careful with your early season record. Because of how they do the television schedule, your early season record is kind of light. Right. You're playing all the teams that nobody cares about you seeing.
True.
And once Christmas hits, is when you start getting now all of these marquee matchups. Knicks, Lakers, Knicks, Gold. Even though we just saw some of that. But that's when Golden State Lakers happened. Golden State Memphis, Golden State Phoenix, Golden State Miami, So these early, I know I'm saying it in jest that the New York Knicks are still betting these teams early, and it's barely 20 games in. It's just something to keep your eye on because just like how the Knicks what happened to the Knicks last year, it's only so long you can keep treading behind the treadmill. You know what I mean? Like running and barely keeping up before you fall flat on your face.
Running away.
Now, out of all these teams, we probably believe that the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat are the best two equipped here to come out of their funk. The LA Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets haven't really showed us anything over the last couple of years to make us think that if they start off slow that they can make it into the play-in tournament. It's crazy, right? Because when these teams got together, they were supposed to meet each other for the next 4 years. It was supposed to be Golden State and Cleveland all over again.
And now neither one of these motherfuckers could even sniff the playoffs. LOL.
So Knicks fans.
And I don't even type LOL in my text.
So Knicks fans, I know, you know, it's funny because I'm taking this approach because this approach I'm used to having to take with Knicks fans, but I haven't heard the bottom fall on Knicks fans yet. Normally with some of these losses, you would have heard the, oh my God, what are they doing? They have the only thing I've heard them complain about so far,
because they got the Giants and the Jets distracting them. That's what it is.
Tibbs. That's the only person they complain about is Tibbs.
Makes no sense, but whatever.
I don't understand the Tibbs. Can we talk about that?
Don't get it.
Can we talk about that? Can we get a minute of your time? Like, I don't understand the Tibbs slander.
I mean, we wanted a coach for God knows how long. Niggas wanted a coach for God knows how long. You finally get one, and this is how you want to act. Now, and then you wonder why we can't have good shit here.
It's like the ugly nigga that gets Christina Aguilera that cheats on her. Like nigga, what? But you guys know what I'm saying. Like, how you cheat on Oprah? Like, are you crazy? But no, like I'm now. I know for some of them, they don't believe that Tom Thibodeau is the guy to get you to the championship, to get you to a championship, right? But are we close enough that we need to determine the coach is going to take us to a championship? Or are we still at the point where we need to have a coach that's going to have that's going to keep us have a foundation? Because you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what made me. It was something very, very minute that made me like Tibbs, right? This year. That I shouldn't say made me like Tibbs this year, but put a smile on my face that we had Tibbs this year. Evan Fournier was getting sent to the bench, right?
Straight to the bench.
Because Quentin Grimes was finally back from injury. And one of the first things that was said was of how well Evan Fournier took coming off to the bench, how he's been a professional, all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what? I know something that is said, but people don't understand that 3 years ago, you couldn't have guaranteed that the vet that is suddenly being benched for a young guy on the New York Knicks would have taken that well if Tom Thibodeau is not there already setting a foundation. You guys forget what happened last year. They benched Kemba Walker. You remember how Kemba Walker acted? And how all of those young guys took that in? That is now Knick culture. Look at our team. Outside of you talking about having something on somebody? Julius Randle has something on Tom Thibodeau or something on that management team. Because Julius Randle is the only person that does not get benched. And the next man up mentality is utilized for his position. He is the only one. Maybe RJ. I've seen RJ get that blind faith too so far. I haven't seen RJ bench for anything. Now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, I can't say that I've seen RJ. We just seen RJ Barrett go. We've seen it we've seen it from the point guard position. Actually, no, I lie. There's been one player that's played every single game that he's been healthy for and started every single game too. That's also Mitchell Robinson. No, I feel like Mitchell Robinson isn't benched.
Can't stay healthy.
No, but exactly. But he's not been benched because of performance. But I feel like he has. No, foul. No, that was before Tom Thibodeau. That was his first year because of foul trouble. Since Tom Thibodeau has been there, okay. So Tom Thibodeau has been there. And you know what? Right? Actually, you know what? Rightfully so. The two revolving positions have been point guard and shooting guard. That's kind of rightfully so. Who have you had better than Julius Randle at power forward before Obi Toppin? And before Obi Toppin got his confidence at the end of last year? The point guard position has been in flux. Shooting guard position has been in flux. You're giving a small forward position to RJ. You got Mitchell Robinson anchoring down center position. But when it comes to lineups, you see him willing to change them all around. Sims here. I'm sorry, but even when he didn't have them, trying Nerlens Noel, trying Taj Gibson, trying whatever he needed to. And people talk about his rotation at times. But Tom Thibodeau also showed, like, if you really look at it, he may not do it fast enough, or he may not do it at the time that most people want.
Right.
But he will try every fucking lineup possible. until he like, and this is how you know he's not listening to the analytics. He's going by his eye test and what he's seen works because he will try every lineup.
As long as he gets some type of results.
As long as he gets some type of result.
Defensive results first.
And for certain people, he'll let you slide on your defense for 20 points a game. Easy. 25 points a game, easy. But it had to be 25 points a game and you're also drawing a couple of fouls and making extra moves.
There you go. Some offensive fouls and shit.
So, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. Until you can fully identify that guy, right? And granted, there's a couple of guys out there, I don't know who these guys are. I didn't know there's a Vaughn. I didn't know Vaughn is out there. You know what I mean? The guy that's coaching the Brooklyn Nets right now. You know what I mean? You know we're not going to get Ime Udoka because if he couldn't make it to Brooklyn, he's not going to make it to Manhattan.
No.
All right?
No.
So, I know there's guys that we haven't thought of, but when you think about the guys that you do know, who can you get that's going to get this kind of maximum effort from all players? And what coach, how many coaches out there do you know that when a player steps onto that coach's team, they know what to expect 100%? When you go play for Tom Thibodeau, you know what the fuck is going to happen. You're going to play defense before you earn any ounce of minute. And if you're a great isolator with the ball, you can put that ball in your goddamn hands and have you isolate and try to create. If you can one-on-one your guy, and I'm going to tell you this too. I believe that he helps bring out one-on-one players. Derrick Rose, our boy in Miami, Jimmy Butler, a little bit of Julius Randle for a year. He's put the ball in RJ Barrett's hands so he can come up, so he can learn how to take. You see, people don't see it, but he constantly puts the ball in these people's hands. RJ Barrett gets look at their numbers. RJ Barrett gets 19 shots up just as much as Julius Randle gets his 19 shots up. Jalen Brunson gets his 9. That's even out the shots. Hey, I'm gonna give you your attempts to try to make something of this. You gonna get 19. You gonna get 19. You gonna get 19. Ain't my fault you went 6 for 19. What did Jalen Rose say? Yeah, I thought out how you over here with tour dates and shit. 2 for 11, 4 for 30. Sorry, 4 for 28. Like my nigga. That's that old Houston Rockets box score I was looking at. God, like I as soon as I saw it, it brought me back to my thought that what did you think you was gonna get from James Harden once he was no longer shooting 40 times a game, because he shot 40 times a game and made 10 shots. That's 40. That's 40%. I'm sorry, not 40%. Yeah, is that 40%? No. What am I saying? Am I tripping? Can I not do math suddenly? Right? Like, what do you think was gonna happen when he's no longer getting those shots? If he was 10 for 40, and now he's only getting 20 shots. Like, that was him. 10 for 30, 10 for 48. And people are surprised at the James Harden that they see now. Oh, James Harden ain't the same James Harden that we remember. No, it's the same James Harden. You was just used to James Harden a little bit more volume. And because of that volume, it helped make up for his poor shooting numbers. Go look up those numbers when he was with Russell Westbrook. Go look them up. Go even look up his numbers when they were talking about him for MVP. 28 free throws. Fuck out of here. I'm glad the NBA put a dent to that. Right? But, tough segue. We have a couple of rips. Rips? Yeah. A couple of RIPs. We have a couple of them. Right? We've had some passings in the last couple of probably in the last week or so that we haven't had the full opportunity to get into. So let's go. So we're not gonna play anything. We're gonna keep this real silent, keep this real tight-lipped. Right, and run through a couple of these. Nah, I don't want to say run through these couple of RRPs, but go ahead and give you a couple of these passes, right? And more than anything else, like have them rest in power, rest in MyT power. Let's see a couple of these scores. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. You got Cleveland beating Atlanta, Indy beating Orlando, Chicago beating Boston, Milwaukee beating Portland, Minnesota beating Miami. Oh, damn. Minnesota beat Miami. That's new. Minnesota beat Miami. Didn't Miami drop a bad game last week too? I think I was at the bar last Wednesday when I seen them drop a bad one. But let's continue to march on, right? Let's roll up and roll out. I talk about a couple of people that were dropped badly as well. We have a couple of rest in powers to go ahead and get through. All right. Rest in power. One green white Power Ranger. September 4th to November 20th, September 4th, 1973. The Green Ranger has passed away. I don't know if you guys remember the original Power Rangers. He was the Green Ranger, and then he was the White Ranger, and then he played a flute, but didn't play a flute. It had no like things, and then he couldn't really like blow because the mouth on the thing didn't move. But somehow he played that flute was powerful though. Cause I remember like he had to get it to get the green, Andrigo Megalozoid. All the games are over. Wait a minute. Where's my football game?
That's a great question.
How did you allow this to happen?
Huh? Excuse me? Excuse me? Man, let me go home right now so I'm not blamed for this fuck shit.
Oh wait, because we still gotta talk about GloRilla. I had to do a test. All right, before we gotta get to these RIPs. But my niece is smarter than a GloRilla. I learned this. Oh, ball's not loose. But yeah, my niece is definitely smarter than a GloRilla.
Jimmy!
I think Jimmy G is. And you know what though? Now I feel like how the Giants felt. Damn it! I feel like he's gonna end up being a Jet. I just realized what was happening. When you realize you had a slightly decent team that you're just being held back by your quarterback, you're like, hey, what kind of semi-decent quarterback is out there that what?
Held back by your quarterback who doesn't accept accountability. There's a difference.
Okay,
there's a huge difference.
He accepts accountability. You guys have to listen to everything.
Wait. Who accepts accountability?
You're talking about my boy Wilson.
He accepts accountability.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I really need to get ready to go, bro.
Because you didn't hear the other interview. You only heard the podium stuff.
Darling, that was a flat out chance for him to flat out say he fucked up.
It was,
and he dropped. Said no.
Oh no, yeah, he.
So at that point, anything you say is invalid. $2 points. My apologies. Let me take that back. 2 yards in a 30-minute half for an NFL offense in 2022.
Yeah,
2 yards.
This is worse than Mark Sanchez.
You don't defend that.
This is worse than Mark Sanchez.
Way worse.
This is worse than Mark Sanchez.
And the worst part, there wasn't even no Brady on the other side.
It was Bill Belichick. That's all you need for young quarterbacks.
Also, you know what really made it worse too?
Or
he goes 8 for 21. The other dude goes 22 for 27.
And he only had like 2 more yards than him.
Once again, literally 2 yards. Yo,
I was.
fucking Wilson couldn't even bust 100 yards.
I don't know how many was it they had? Like
We got
150?
quarterbacks who hit 100 yards in a quarter. But that motherfucker gonna have the nerve to go on a podium and say, "No, I didn't let the defense down. No, I didn't let the receivers down." When there was a film of Denzel Mims running over the middle of the field, wide open, naked for a touchdown.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? Even if he didn't believe
That's
it,
your man's.
no, I'm gonna tell you. Even
That's your man's.
even if he did not believe that he was the reason why, even if he did not believe, like,
I wish a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback would go do some shit like that. Would have his ass traded the next day.
so even
Fuck
if
outta
Zach
here.
Wilson believed in his heart of hearts that he did not let the defense down, he has to be mindful of the situation and realize you played like shit. Your defense has been playing stellar. You are kind of holding them back. And that was the perfect opportunity for you to help for that team to galvanize around you a little bit more and be like, yo, you know what? Like, at least he took accountability for this. Like, you know, it helps keeping them play. It helps them play harder.
You got players on the team flat out liking tweets that flat out point out to him not accepting accountability.
So before we go,
We got play.
Look,
We got
whoa.
what defensive player
Listen,
was it that
listen.
flat out liked a tweet from Josh Allen from when he fucked up the previous week?
so before we go deeper, right?
And the head coach out here not committed
second.
to him playing next
Before we
week.
get much more deeper into how Zach Wilson is killing his relationship with his team, let's continue to show respect to these people that have passed away, right? Because it wasn't just the Green Ranger that passed away. Remember when we were talking about some people that died?
Let me tell you something.
I know you heard Green Ranger, you think gangrene. But also, let's also make sure we say rest in peace to one Anthony Rumble Johnson. Oh, that's one of the homies right there. And this one passes. This one we haven't had the opportunity to get into as of yet. Rumble Johnson, former lightweight champion, one of the baddest motherfuckers in MMA. Just I don't even know what went wrong for him.
Think about Zach Wilson in Carolina, son. They're gonna have him out there with Darnold and Mayfield.
Hold it up. Is that where all quarterbacks now?
That's where all top 2 quarterbacks, top 5 quarterbacks go to die.
Just like Carolina's gonna eventually have a team of like 7 quarterbacks.
Lord.
They're gonna have a couple of those guys finally switch out to wide receiver and running back. Can you imagine this? If wide receivers actually, when you go to Carolina, like, nah, you guys start coming as quarterbacks, you're gonna change positions. Baker Mayfield, you're going to fullback. like they start changing these guys' position.
You know the worst part for the Jets though? They gotta go see Justin Fields and what Justin Fields been doing lately.
Well, hopefully that's a defensive thing. Let's see.
But still,
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that.
Zach Wilson was picked before him.
Oh well, that's an internal thing, right? That's one of those internal storylines. I'm not worried about that as far as when it comes to the playing field.
My fault, B. Let's focus on the deaths. Like the death of Zach Wilson's NFL career.
Or the death of Anthony Rumble Johnson, March 6, 1994 to November 3rd, 2022. He dies at 38 years old. Rest in MyT power, my brother. And that's just him. Like, and I know I probably spoke about this one already, right? But I think I did this on a Wednesday on the podcast. I mean, we know how Wednesday podcasts come out. Let's go a little bit back in time since we made sure that we went back to make sure we cover Rumble Johnson. Let's also make sure that you guys remember about Takeoff. Takeoff recently passed, and you just saw his funeral not too long ago through Atlanta Stadium. And also, if Atlanta traffic wasn't any worse, they also held Atlanta traffic down there for his funeral as well. It wasn't quite like Biggie's funeral, but it was nice. It was nice. It was okay. You know what I mean? It was what you guys do down there. My G, you know, I get you. But rest in peace to all of them. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Rest in peace to the Green White Power Ranger, right? I don't know why I keep wanting to call him the White Power Ranger, like White Power Ranger. That's a joke. That's on Dave Chappelle shit. But okay, listen, to the Green Ranger, to the Green Flute player. Right, let's hope that he dies with a pipe.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
With a pipe in his mouth and continue to stay happy. Right, and also, And also
15
Anthony Rumble
yards.
Johnson. I got a question for you, right? I got a question for you, right? And this is gonna pop up on trivia coming up soon. But I have a question for you. What vodka is 50 Cent associated with?
It's not Ciroc. Because that's Diddy.
See, these are all gonna go into MyT trivia. Hope you guys are paying attention. These are questions going into MyT trivia.
Because 50 got his own, what's it called? His own cognac.
But what about the vodka?
Ain't Tito's.
Definitely not Tito's.
Ain't
Listen,
Tito's.
if it was Tito's, I'll be so upset. I'm not even a big fan of the flavor of Tito's. So many people like Tito's. I don't like the flavor of Tito's. It has this weird little aftertaste I'm not a fan of. I don't know if anybody else tastes it, but it has this weird fucking aftertaste I don't like. There's something in that
Grey
bitch.
Goose?
No.
Really?
I'll let you know. Right? It has an F in it. There's even 2 F's. For Ferrari F50.
Oh, what's it? Fuck. What's that shit called?
I know
Effin'.
it's right on your effing tongue, isn't it?
Yeah, effing. Effing. Yeah, effing. My fault, Fifth. My fault.
It's okay.
See, that was the thing. That was the very first one Fifth was fucking with. That was the very first one Fifth was fucking with.
All right, so I got another one for you, right? And some of these are easier, right? Because I know you know some of these. 'Cause I've heard you mention these. So what cognac is Jay-Z associated with?
Damn.
I've heard you say this to me.
It's all going blank right now. It's not Hennessy. It's not Remy.
They rap about it. J. Cole rapped about it. When Hove come, you know, we switch up to the
Cavassier.
Douce.
Oh shit, Douce. My bad.
I don't feel
That's-
so bad now.
see
I don't
that-
feel so bad now because I was like, yo, I don't know. I knew some of these. Like I knew the Jay-Z one. I didn't know about the 50 Cent one. I didn't know
That's
some
the
other
thing.
ones.
You're not thinking about it until like it just comes into your head one moment, but then when you get asked about it, you're like, oh shit, what is it?
Just keep it with Jay-Z. What champagne is Jay-Z associated with?
Once again, blank, going blank.
Ace of Spades.
Yeah, that one I definitely wasn't gonna get.
Okay, so let's definitely go with the easy one then. What vodka is P. Diddy associated with?
Oh, that's Ciroc. I literally said that earlier.
Okay. Then we also have what champagne?
Then again, here, you know, in my defense, at least this nigga Diddy out here posting his shit every motherfucking day. Nigga Hov out here hiding under a cage and shit. Don't see nothing from him and whatnot. Fifth out here too busy trying to troll motherfuckers where you don't even know that he does have other shit outside of power and trolling people. In that Brunson thing.
Got Tony Yayo out here talking on 50's
That's
name.
it.
Can't show fear around 50? What? Around 50? And you know his crack jaw came out. That shit got real loose and juicy and shit. Around 50? You can't show fear around. Yo, that crack jaw came out. The whole crack.
Debo, hold on, Debo.
I don't know if you guys know what lip
Debo.
I'm talking about. If you ever had anybody that's done those heavy drugs around you, when they get a little too emotional, that bottom lip come out, that shit gets super wet. That shit starts waving on you. And that shit deforms and everything. That shit gets in like three different fucking formations and shit like that. Alrighty, the next one. What champagne is Rick Ross associated with?
Bel Air.
Yes, there we go. Alrighty, okay.
It's promoted practically every damn day on his Instagram.
I didn't even know that. I got a bottle in the fucking fridge. Now, what whiskey is Drake associated with?
It ain't Crown.
It's not. I didn't even know about this one. I didn't even know about this one. This name of. I even heard about this one until I looked it up. Until I was doing this. Virginia Black.
Yeah, see?
Is that rung a bell? Suddenly?
Ooh.
Oh. I'm like, cause that shit did not ring a bell to me at all. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this nigga, for one, he don't post nothing about no drinking shit on his page.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, LeBron is associated with some shit as well. If I'm not mistaken,
Tequila, Lobos.
yeah.
At least you see, this nigga out here got a whole NBA career going on, but he still finding time to promote this shit way more than Drake does with his own shit.
I thought Melo did, but I couldn't find it at the time.
Wine,
Okay, so always a wine.
something with wine.
And then, so what beverage is Nicki Minaj associated with?
I've stopped caring about Nicki Minaj for about 2-3 years, brother.
It's a
asked the
Moscato
wrong
called
nigga.
Mix.
Yeah, you asked the wrong nigga.
MYX. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, all of these questions are going to be added to the MyT trivia, as well as a couple of other ones. Some layups. Are foxes real?
Damn, San Francisco out here beating Arizona like they stole something.
And
Just like how Dallas beat Minnesota like
So,
they stole something.
let's talk about this. You know what? Too, and because these are going to fall into my hipology category.
To the hip hop, the hip to the hip hop.
Seriously, my question is: are foxes real? You know the other question I'm asking? Is ham pork? Because Miss fuck nigga, is that her? Fuck nigga free. I don't know. That's her song.
You asking the wrong motherfucker.
But
Don't
Miss-
ask me no shit like
but Miss
that.
GloRilla.
No dumbass song like that.
My niece is smaller than a GloRilla. Thank God. I had to text my niece to make sure she can answer my if foxes are real or this is twice now within 2 weeks. I have heard some dumbass shit come out the mouth of GloRilla, and I don't know. And granted, I'm a fan of female rappers, right? But I don't go hunting out for their interviews. So I don't know how this comes across my radar, but it came across my radar. GloRilla's in an interview. And the lady, the woman interviewing her, I think she's maybe from England or whatever, and she's talking about, foxes roaming or whatever, and she goes, foxes? Like, foxes? She goes, yeah. She's like, oh, you got foxes? Like, she goes, I didn't even know foxes were real. I didn't know it was a real thing. I thought it was like a made up, like a Pokemon or something. Like I said, I had to text my niece immediately to make sure that she knew what a fox was. Now, I have it saved to watch. I haven't watched it yet. But last night was the AMAs or whatever it was. AMCs, American Music Awards, or something like that.
Something that I'm not watching.
Well, she was
Nor did I care about.
She was. I don't know if she was on a red carpet or she was being interviewed or what. But at some point in time, it came to the point where she had to admit. I don't know how it led to this, but she ends up admitting she did not know that ham was pork. My fellow adults out there, you fully make sure that none of your little people are looking up to this GloRilla.
Please. Pretty please.
Because now that I've taken a full good look at her and heard her last two statements, I fully remember the girl that she was in class. Choo-choo!
Not the train beat. Not the train beat.
Oh, yeah.
Not the train beat.
She was definitely one.
Ah, damn.
Like, I am looking, and I'm like, yeah. No real redeemable assets, just kind of light skin and kind of cute. Like, yeah, niggas gotta run through you for fun. I hate talking like the old me. I really do. It don't even sound right half the time, but yeah, I'm just saying. You know, chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo. And not just once. We're talking about that chick that got trained at the bleachers at school in the locker at school, at your man's crib, at her crib, and her mom came in and chased all 8 niggas out the crib.
Oh, not 8 niggas.
Because listen. I don't know if you guys remember that chick in high school, but I remember that chick in high school where her mom came home and had to run everybody out the crib as niggas is pulling up their drawers. Everybody, a room full of niggas just sitting around in the living room in their boxes smoking blunts. While 2 go at a time, 3 go at a time. She gets a little bit more drunk. She invites the whole squad. You gotta understand the lifestyle we used to live. But it's okay. Y'all out here playing that shit up. I'm like, I can't say your name today because we can't really fuck tomorrow. No, you can't say that nigga's name because you don't remember none of them tomorrow. Don't know foxes is real. Didn't know ham was poor. Like, yo, hey, yo! Like, I swear to God, there's a Muslim someone that wanted to smack the shit out of her. For the sake of Allah! Like, yo! Holy shit.
She went out on television.
Yes, twice. Just you know what? I'm not a big fan of shut up and dribble talk.
Oh my God.
But in this particular instance, until young lady, you have built up your common sense knowledge to 8th grade level?
Oh man, the 8th grade level.
6th grade level? What level is this? Foxes and ham? Foxes and ham!
Oh God.
What are we talking about here?
Because there's stupid people, there's obviously stupid news.
Oh my God. I don't. You know what? Bless your heart, sweetheart. Like, you know what? This is
Word
what
up.
like, bless your heart,
God
child.
bless you.
Bless your heart.
God bless you, sis.
Like, you know what?
God bless
You know
you,
what?
sis.
Fully, and I hate to say this about him. It's kind of like when I think about Kevin Garnett sometimes.
Ooh.
Thank God you're talented like a motherfucker. Because we also know that Kevin Garnett can't read for shit. We have seen him butcher some basic 4-syllable words. Just completely skip over it, that nigga
be high. That nigga be high.
Whatever.
That nigga be off the shits. That nigga be off the shits. That nigga just snorted mad cocaine before
He
hopping
be
on
like,
television.
Caradinil. Whatever.
That nigga just, that nigga be high.
Caradinil. That's that nigga. Caradinil. But say it real
That
fast and
nigga
move
be
the
high,
fuck
son.
on.
That nigga be
Whatever.
high. That nigga be high, son.
This is the reason why
That nigga be high.
this is the reason why they stopped having him read on TV. They used to have
That nigga still on TV?
he on Showtime now. Where we can use curse words to fill in his blanks.
No more cuss button? No! I need the KG cuss button. Please. Son, that shit was iconic.
God.
I can't I'll never forget the time when Nate Robinson was stuck and all of a sudden he said, man, where's the mother?
Oh man.
I had never died so badly over some shit. Yo. Oh God.
But
oh shit.
yeah.
Fuck you, Vikings. I've never been so mad at a team before in my life.
Also, you guys know, Jay-Z's first album, Biggie's first album, 50's first album, J. Cole's first album, Nas's first album, and Wu-Tang's first album is also going to be added to the hipology category of the MyT trivia.
Oh.
Just letting you guys know. Just let you guys, like, cause people always wonder, like, yo, I give you answers. I just ran off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 questions. Wait, sorry. Finish this line, get rich or... There you go, look that one up too. I'm not even going to take them that far back. I'm not even going to take them that far back. Now we talk, now let's what's the meaning of Zach Wilson? And his recent statement? It means that he's probably going to get benched. Just let you know, let's let you guys know right now. Robert Salah has not ruled out the possibility of possibly benching this young man now.
And the fact that that's up in the air.
Now,
That mean it's already a done deal. You gonna see Joe Flacco playing some football this weekend once again.
Which, because of that, I now have. Come on.
The MyT Fantasy Football Tips. Not winning tips, just tips.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Let's just say what I want involves much more than just the tips.
Let's get her off of there while we talk about tips.
Just the tips. What I want is much more than just the tips.
I got more respect for Cardi B that worked for tips and then made her music career. At least she sound more educated than this. See, what did Cardi say? You know what? I don't care what no bitch say. I don't speak dog hoe. Because when you talk like that,
Okay.
But did she do that song with her though?
No.
Okay.
That was her.
That wasn't that Tomorrow too? That's not
No.
GloRilla and her?
No.
Who's Tomorrow
No.
too?
I don't know, but it wasn't that.
Hold on. Tomorrow. It's funny because the song that I grew up about Tomorrow is this is not how it sounded. Yup. See what I'm saying? She not even that cute. Eyelashes, makeup, lipstick, big ass hoops, flat ass chest. Haven't even seen the ass yet.
Promoting fucking niggas over.
And she's light skinned. From Nebraska or some shit like that.
Ugh.
Biggest thing probably ever happened in Nebraska. This is one of them motherfucking places
Hey,
out there somewhere.
Gabrielle Union from Nebraska. She don't even claim that shit.
For real.
Fuck out of here.
She's like, if I'm from South Beach, I sit my finger up my man's ass.
Or nigga,
Like-
I'm from LA.
And they said, so fellas, which one is it? Would you rather get robbed by a chick or have her stick her finger?
Robbed. Understand, you can never come to the homies and be cool with flat out saying you can never come tell me that a bitch stuck the finger up the ass. You could never do that. I'd be like, yo, what? But a chick robbing you, like, oh, okay, damn, that's fucked up, B. Yo, do we need to call motherfuckers? Do we need to place calls and shit?
It's funny.
Are these calls recorded for quality assurance purposes and whatnot? All of that stuff. You come to me telling me that somebody's hey, yo.
These pods are recorded for quality and training purposes.
So since
Literally.
earlier today we had a birthday for one of my friends named Miller, Killer Miller, right? We served together in the military. Well, when we served together, we ran into somebody named. It was also somebody named Miller, and we called him Miller Light, right? Scrawny-haired white dude. And I'll never forget the first story that Miller Light shared with us.
I'm leaving after this one.
Love to see it. Love to see
I don't know if I love to see this. I don't know if I love to see or hear this. This has got set up written all over this. Nah, don't give me none of that shit. Don't give me none of that shit. This has got set up written all over it.
Miller Light goes and tells us. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard this, right? 18-year-old old, right? First time I've ever heard this. He tells us about how he loves when his woman gives him fellatio, right? When she tops him off. Don't guac guac. In head. Knowledge. Right?
Guap guap 3000.
It's coming soon. Right? For the raffle near you.
Fact. They got roses, we got the guac guac. The guac guac.
Truly, no, seriously, I have it coming in the mail. Like, to give up for a raffle so I can raffle it away at Sharky's. I'm dead ass. But let you guys know, I'm not raffling it away for Christmas. I'm gonna raffle it away for Valentine's Day.
Of course.
Quick side note: I was at the doctor. The doctor was like, "Hey, yo, you want to take your flu shots or whatever?" I'm like, "Whoa, I got family about to come. It's Thanksgiving. You're not about to have me sick and contain my and set up my whole house on Thanksgiving." Like, you know what? I'll set up my appointment for February 12th. I could be sick for Valentine's Day. what was I talking about? So, Miller Lite comes and he tells us that he has grown to love his girlfriend giving him head. And for one particular reason, because one time when she was giving him head, right when he was about to arrive, bust a nut, come,
In that
skeet
mouth.
skeet, she took her finger and shoved it in his ass.
Oh no!
And
Oh no!
the pure shock of it
Exactly,
while
yes.
nutted he's at that time he said it was the best thing he has ever felt. And it had became a regular where he had now just started, this is one of the things he requests. I'm like, no, that still sounds like you were nutting from something being in your ass and you're enjoying something in your ass. What? I'm like, no. But Miller Lite, that's all you, pimpin'. That's all you.
On that.
Let's take an army break since that was an army story. Oh my god.
That'd be a working one.
Hey.
Perfect time to.
Hey, that's how you going. That's how you go into a break. Hey, listen, it's okay if you tickle her asshole, but she can't tickle yours.
They didn't join this team to win championships or become famous. They joined because there is important work to be done, and only some able to do it. They are brighter, better educated, led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops, all prepared for whatever comes their way. You'll find them where the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world, and they can respond, I became a soldier.
All right, we're back with the Mighty Sports Podcast. I am still your host. You know what? My bad. I forgot I was supposed to be switching feeds for you guys on TuneIn Radio, not on TuneIn Radio. On Podbean, right? So that you guys can get switched over and flipped over. Right, so everybody listening on Podbean, I'm gonna be switching over the feed for you guys. There should be a new one already reserved, so you guys are gonna be losing us in a second. But don't worry, I have another one reserved for you guys. Just go ahead and check that one out. All right. Oh shit! Let's continue. The Jets, man. The Jets, all of them, right? We went over the disappointing Knicks already. We've went over half of the disappointing Jets, half of them, because what made that loss, and both losses, right? Both losses were bad, right? Like both losses, whether it was the Jets or the Giants, they both left a bad taste in your mouth. But the Jets had a different sting to it, right? For what KJ said, you saw the passing game be completely and absolutely non-existent. That's the word I'm looking for. Right? It's basically non-existent. And we already know that Bill Belichick is the kind of individual that he's going to take away your first thing, take away your second thing, take away your third thing, and let you struggle. But it's also one of those games you can... That's why I said it was worse than Mark Sanchez. It reminds me of the early days of Mark Sanchez, at the least, right? Where the struggles are so bad that you can fully... And the defense is so good that you can fully see, like, damn, if we just had a decent QB here, this is a different game. Damn, if we can get one touchdown for my QB here, this is a different game. It also reminds me, like, even the Baltimore Ravens from back in the days, right? And how those defenses used to be. And how those defenses used to act and go about their business. Hey, all we need is one touchdown. We'll take care of the rest. You give us one score, we'll take care of the rest. And with a team like Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, while you know that the Patriots are always going to come well prepared and well planned for you, I felt the Jets were well planned and well prepared for the New England Patriots as well. And then it fell apart on one play. They said one play doesn't win or lose a game. Well, when that play is a walk-off home run, or it loses a game. Well, when it's a walk-off touchdown, when you punt the ball straight down the middle to one of the baddest punt returners in the game, and he takes it all the way to the house, and that's how you lose the game, then yeah. Because to me, it wouldn't have mattered if you had 7 minutes left on the clock and all of your timeouts. I don't think that Zach Wilson could have came back and won that game after that. But luckily for the Jets, luckily for Zach Wilson, they have Chicago coming up next. And while Chicago has a lot of good young talent, especially when you talk about their young quarterback, especially with how he's been playing these last couple of weeks, he's been balling out. Basically, whatever misunderstandings they had early on, whatever was holding them back because of miscommunication, you can see all of that has being thrown out the door. Don't completely out the window. You can leave out the window, out the door, and they're taking out that shit out the window. Now, while you believe that the quarterback is better, is the coach better? Is the defense better? Is the scheming better? Is the personnel better? Those are the other determining factors. If we just looked at quarterback versus quarterback, then yeah, Chicago wins this hand down. Actually, Chicago blows the Jets out. Blow the Jets out. But let's see. What did he try to do? I tried to pop in, show support, but the sound quality wasn't great on my end. I wonder if it's not great, period. So now we're at that weird point where the Jets can win this game. This is a much winnable game. And remember, right before the bye, we told you guys, the Jets just need to go 500. And we kind of figured that's probably what's going to happen. 500. Go 500. 8 games, 4-4. And, Jimmy G tonight with 4 touchdowns. No interceptions, 228 yards. Tied a career high in touchdowns. Yeah, I'm telling you. I have a feeling. But also, I feel like this is the same exact feeling that Giants fans had last year. Even, I think I may have had last year as a... Ooh. Nah, see, you guys are tripping. Sorry, I just saw Amazon throwing out some work for Thursday morning. But I'm like, yo, if you're going to throw out work for Thursday morning, then those rates can't be normal rates. I'm sorry. I'm not leaving my house Thursday morning for regular pay. Like, even you better add something on that. Better throw some cheese on that taco. Tripping. You gotta have a whole group of people out there trying to get deliveries on Thursday. That shit's not gonna happen. You know what though? Do deliveries on Thursday and you get paid on Friday. That's a little extra money for Black Friday. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes completely. But yeah, I feel like this is exactly the same place that Giants fans were at, where you can see your team starting to come together, and you can realize that damn, it's only the quarterback. About a decade ago, this is exactly how we felt with Mark Sanchez when we had Rex Ryan. It's almost that same scenario all over again. But believe it or not, it's not a bad place to be at. It's a frustrating place to be at. Super frustrating. But it's not a bad place to be at, because all that means that you're one quarterback away. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Unless you just get cute You can't. It's hard. Like this. There's a lot of talented quarterbacks coming out in the league. So unless you really just get cute, like picking up Daniel Jones, like picking up Zach Wilson, like picking up Baker Mayfield, unless you just get cute and do the unconventional, a lot of those top quarterbacks that all these quarterbacks you're thinking about, those dynamic quarterbacks you think are coming out of college, no, they're them. They're him. They're those guys. And this is when you would kind of want them, when the defense is great and they're not gonna get paid any kind of money. Now the good thing here, right, is that even though it's saying that they're gonna bench Zach Wilson, it's not an overreaction. It's not a super overreaction. It's your young guy going through his lumps. Jets fans, I don't need you guys overreacting here. Ironically, you Knicks fans, you've been pretty cool, except for the Tom Thibodeau thing. But I don't need you overreacting here. Zach Wilson probably should be benched. Oh, and I meant to give you guys a fantasy football tip. Pick up Garrett Wilson if Joe Flacco's going to be playing. Joe Flacco loves himself some Garrett Wilson. And if Joe Flacco was playing, expect Garrett Wilson to have another 100-yard game. I'm glad I remember now while KJ was gone. He's in my fantasy league. I don't want him listening to my strategies. I like to know what's your strategy. This is going to be a good benching. Remember, most of these quarterbacks, the majority of them, damn near all of these good quarterbacks that you're hoping, so even the young ones that they have out here, that you would hope that your younger quarterback would turn into. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Who else is out there? Josh Allen. None of these guys played day one. All these guys sat down for half a year, a good year. And then they came in and played. Even the GOATs are still lingering in the game. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Right? The respected Russell Wilson. Sat first. Some of the ones that just left. Ben Roethlisberger. Sat first. So a lot of these guys, right, they end up sitting first. And then they come in, and a lot of them are behind Tom Brady. Are behind really great quarterbacks. I mean, really great defenses. And they're allowed to game manage, dink and dunk, as long as you're willing to learn and listen and not have to think, okay, this is my opportunity to go and do what your coach is telling you to do. So what this becomes, right? And this is always the question here, right? And this is always the issue here. When you get to the point where your defense is on point, right? Or your defense is locked in and you know that your defense is solid. And you're a defensive-minded coach, so you know how to recognize, you know how to build coaches. Can you develop a quarterback? That is a big question. Can you develop a quarterback? Can you develop him properly? We've seen attempts in the past and failed attempts. Or are you one of those guys that when you get your quarterback, you have to get that dynamic guy? Because without him, you will fuck up the quarterback. Because you're still basically a neophyte coach yourself and you can't quite develop a quarterback yet. The Jets right now are not in a bad position. We're in a frustrating position. Look at your brothers across the hall, right? Just last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you were questioning everything about Daniel Jones. Halfway through last season, you were still questioning Daniel Jones. And then one day, suddenly, miraculously realized Daniel Jones is no longer turning over the ball. Oh, Daniel Jones is making winning plays. Oh, Daniel Jones is helping us win games. Oh, looks like we may have a serviceable quarterback. That's all you were trying to figure out at first. But he's serviceable. Now the thing about it, when the floor, ceiling, when you first your first accolade to reach is just we have a decent quarterback that's not going to hurt us. What's their ceiling? Because when their floor is there, he's kind of dynamic. Let's see what we can do for him. Then we all know what the ceiling could be. But when your floor is Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson and Mark Sanchez and what's the guy's name? Dak Prescott. What's your floor? What's your ceiling? Because at this point, right, Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson, they'll both look like they're not going to be any better than Dak Prescott. So that means Dallas Cowboys, the New York Jets, and the New York Giants, all three of them don't have a quarterback for the future that's going to help them win the Super Bowl. Dallas did, but their defense and that running game didn't line up at the same time. And then quarterback injuries. The Jets had the defense and the running game this year. Running game now got sidelined because he got injured. So now it's quarterback in the defense, and we see how this looks. It looks like a struggle, like every day is a struggle. And the Jets take a bad loss to a walk-off punt return. And the referees, once again, they sit back and they swallow their whistles anytime it comes to the New England Patriots or Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. And the block in the back is overlooked. A blatant block in the back that would have taken that back and given it just a chance to put that defense back on the field. But you know what? That referee has already made a decision with Bill Belichick that, I think it's time for us to go home. I think we've been out here playing around long enough. Make it happen. You know who else made it happen recently? Sugar Klay Thompson. Sugar Klay Thompson. That's what we like to call him over here. Sugar Klay Thompson, like R.J. Barrett, has been going through a slump as of late. It's funny. Klay Thompson, he would get all kinds of passes, rightfully so. Just wait it out. And that's kind of what happened. Just kind of waited it out, wait for the right opponent at the right time, and they played this Houston team. A Houston team that's kind of scrappy. You can see the foundation being built with those two young stars that they have. And I don't even know if it's a foundation, but you can see those two young stars being a foundation you could build around. They're not there yet. And probably this year, and probably for at least another year, they're going to be the bottom of that barrel. but it's not lasting 2 more years of bottom of the barrel high draft picking. It's not happening past 2 more years. The guys that I've seen that they currently have right now will start stepping up, and Houston is a fun city to be in front of to win games. Now, sorry, I got sidetracked. I get sidetracked easy. I don't know if you guys know this. So, what was I saying? Sugar Klay Thompson. He comes back and he has one of those performances that makes Klay Thompson beloved. Like, Klay Thompson is one of the beloved people in the NBA. I don't want to say he's one of my favorites, right? Because so far I've been cursed, and a lot of people that I've been considering my favorite lately, they haven't been doing too good. So I don't want to call Klay one of my favorites. Plus, he didn't make it into the top 5 when I first thought about it. To be honest with you, like, to be fully honest with you, he didn't make it into my top 5 when I first thought about this. And while I do like Klay a lot, I can honestly tell you that I am not just tuning into games to watch Klay. I may tune into a Golden State game and want to know what Klay is doing and keep a close eye, like this past game, because he's been struggling. And then we seen Klay that have that performance that makes him beloved, right? That puts him into that warm spot in everybody's heart, because it's his game, it's his lifestyle, it's his interviews, it's the way he talks, it's the way he carries himself, it's his demeanor. Like, it's easy to like Klay. It really is. Sugar Klay Thompson. And then when he drops 20 points in the first quarter, that goes off with the splishy splashes with the splishy ball, right? You go back and you're looking like, yo, this is that bad man we was talking about. It's that bad man we remember. Now, the thing about it is that once after this game, you don't need Klay to have this game every game, because he never did before. You just need Klay to average about 17 points a game, right? Play his defense, make that open shot, and then what happens about every like 12 games or so, he has one of these explosions. Not even an explosive game, it's an explosive quarter. That makes you remember, like, damn, that's in him at any point in time. That he could just go off like that. 20 points in a quarter, 30 points in a quarter, 10 3-pointers in a game. At any time. That's right there at the tip of his muscle memory. Just waiting to be unleashed. Like a lion in heat. So it was good. It was good for us basketball fans. It was definitely good for Klay Thompson and his confidence, right? And his psyche to have one of these games again. But it was just fun, right? It's one of those games that when you see this, you know you are having a fun time. And Golden State Warriors are one of the fun teams to watch. I wonder you guys start getting you guys start getting your list ready for me. Who is your top 5 favorite players in the NBA right now? I know, right? And I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm gonna let you guys know something right now. Out of everybody on my list, right, on my top 5 list, I think there's only. No, I lie. 2 of them have played over 10 years. The other 3 are still on their rookie contract, I believe. Yeah, last 3 are still technically on their rookie contract. I don't know what that means to you guys as a fan of basketball, but for me, when I hear that yo, when I can, and I had a bunch more of a young players I could have went through. When I think of like you, some of the people that you really love watching play basketball, and I don't have to think of, and in my mind doesn't pop in a LeBron James, not an Anthony Davis, not a Kevin Durant, right? It's not a Chris Paul, right? It's none of those guys. Like none of those guys come to mind. The guys that are coming to my mind or Jason Tatum if he didn't play in Boston. Donovan Mitchell if he didn't get traded to Cleveland. Jamal Murray. But other young guys like Ivy and the many Jalen's that are just popped into the league. Right? There's so many of them. Right? Even still wanting to see Devin Booker play. Right? So there's so many of them and I can think that I'm like, damn, there really is a ton of players that I really, and the thing about it, right? See, the thing about it is crazy with the NBA is that sometimes we overlook or we forget about all the other great players that they have, old and young and intermediate, because the storylines, right, become saturated around maybe 5 people. And it's not always for their good gameplay, right? Who are we always hearing talking about right now, right? Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, Kyrie. That's one team. That's Brooklyn. But even separately, we will still hear about those guys. LeBron James. Like these are the guys that we constantly hear. Zion Williamson. Right? These are the names that the 2 big men, Jokic and Joel Embiid. See, those are your regulars right there. And I may even have thrown in 1 or 2 men, but those are your regulars right there. Right? 3 of them are on one team. Right? Then you have LeBron James. The next LeBron. And then you have Zion Williamson. And then the 2 big men. It's like 7. And most of the time it's not about Kyrie Irving's play. Most of the time it's not about Ben Simmons' play. Half the time it's about I want to say about LeBron James' play, but so then you get back down to 5 and you look at it like those are the guys. A couple of big men that fight for MVP. 2 guys that used to be considered the man and kind of just now lingering as old heads now. and then the next LeBron. And half the time it's depending on where he can stay healthy or not. So you forget about all of the other young guys. And not for nothing, until the next star has to have a storyline built around them consistently that we can follow. That's not gonna happen. See, that's what happens. Like, the media is able to get lazy. We all get lazy. Go from Jordan to Kobe to LeBron, right? You go to an era, Stephen Curry. You go into an era of, you get eras of dominant stars, and you're able to just hyper focus on them and forget about the other 200 and something odd players, or the other 25 other players that should be talked about just as well as every other leader on their team. Cause I do wonder, right? So I wonder this in football too. I wonder when LeBron James and Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and Chris Paul out the league. Right, James Harden, obviously, like, nobody won't care about him anymore. He's barely cared about now. Russell Wilson, nobody really cares. Russell Westbrook, nobody really cares about them enough now. As for, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So by that time, all of them should have phased out the league. I haven't identified that yet. You guys let me know if you have. Who's the next number one headband of the league? Who's going to be the next in line as the guy to beat? Is it going to be these new Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Are they going to be the next ones to go ahead and pull off 3 rings in 8 years? They probably don't even have that. Yeah, let's call it 3 rings in 8 years. Is that going to be them, or call it 3 and 7? I call it 8 because it'll be 8 years before they break up Brown, Smart, and Tatum fully. So, yeah, the curiosity comes, and I don't think we're that far off from starting to wonder, right, who's that next individual that when they become the face of the league, they're the face of the league because, oh, okay, they may not have 6 like Mike or 5 like Shaq and Kobe and Timmy, but they're coming close. They have 3. Like, whoever the hell has 3. Right? Like, they have 3. They don't have 4 like LeBron and Steph. But they got 3, or they're getting to 3. They got 2 and they're fighting for that 3rd. They're about to get that 3rd. Who's going to be that next group of guys? I'm curious. Because, believe it or not, I think that we're right around the time that this is around the time where the New York Knicks are going to should have themselves positioned to try to start winning championships. It's during this next turnover. We're talking about 2-3 years here. Where this game is going to be basically turned over to a whole new crop of players. And I really want to know who's going to be the ones coming out on top, getting those dubs. Winning chips for their squad and their team and their city. It's funny that we're talking about multiple rings and winning for your city, because like through the history, like what I just mentioned to you, like you've had a bunch of dynamic duels, right? Even a couple of big 3s, but really a lot of dynamic duels. Steph and Klay, Kobe and Shaq, Kobe and Gasol, Shaq and Wade, Magic and Kareem, Jordan and Pippen. And you know what's crazy? Is that for most of us, Jordan had the best team. I forgot. I think I was watching a Golden State game, the same Golden State Houston game, and they asked what was the best franchise out there, dynasty out there, and they threw up Magic's Lakers, Jordan's Bulls. I forgot who they threw up as the third team, and then it also was Golden State. It was Steph's Warriors. And Jordan's Bulls won by a landslide. Because I think it's pretty much universally recognized that those two are probably the best dynamic duo that we've ever had. It is widely said when Michael Jordan was number 1 in the league, Pippen was easily was number 2, if not top 5. And listen, definitely like defensively. If Jordan was number 1, Pippen was definitely coming in number 2. And the only person that was kind of in between them may have been Gary Payton. So yeah, these guys have been one of the most revered, right, and most in our memories dynamic and dominating dynamic duels that we can remember. So much so, it's almost feel like we never want them to separate. And the beef that they have right now is killing us, right? Because we always want to see Jordan and Pippen together. That's how we know them: Jordan and Pippen, Jordan and Pippen, Jordan and Pippen. Well, you know what, folks? We're still going to get us some Jordan and Pippen. Because it seems that us fans are not the only ones that have this sentiment. It also seems like Jordan and Pippen also have this sentiment. But not Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. No. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife and Michael Jordan's son have been caught smooching. And Scottie Pippen's wife is a nice little baddie, right? Like, she's cute as shit. Like, I can understand a young man not being able to quite say no to the lust of a older, shapely woman of her caliber. Because, you know, she's still out there showing off the goods like my goodies, not my goodies. And he's just a young Jordan in heat, and you know Jordan's just want to score. Right? And we know Pippins are good with playing with D. Right? So everybody's just playing their roles of how it was laid out by their forefathers, counterparts, the nameal example in their household. Making up words. But in all seriousness, like, I guess, okay, it's weird, right? It's weird in the fact that nobody really cares about the age. Like, do what you do, pimping. Like, big up to both of you. Big up to Shorty, like for bagging herself a younger man that can blow her back out, and big up to Dude for for bagging himself like an older MILF baddie. Like, big up to them all. The only thing that makes this weird is that you used to hold him in your hand as a little kid. You've known him that long. Like we heard one of our old heads say already, right? Old head Jalen Rose. Like, you should be calling him more like nephew. He more like you like an auntie, more than, you know what I mean, him looking at you as a smoochie. And that's where the problem lies more than anything else. Right? Is that each other's, your father, his husband, her husband, and your father, your husband, his father, like, you guys all kind of grew up together for years as bulls, right? You guys know each other, been to family functions. Like I said, like, you've held him, you've been able to pick him up and hold him up to your bosom, and I'm pretty sure he's been thinking also like, oh my God, I just want to stick my dick in these bosoms. Like, you probably were this whole entire time like a MILF crush he's always had. it's just. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying it's a little weird. But you know what though? For an individual that does some weird shit, like that's probably what makes it even more erotic to them, right? Is the fact that it has this, because that's sometimes the thing that makes things more exciting, right? More pleasurable. Is that heightened level of danger, heightened level, that X factor for whatever God forsaken reason it is. You put that X factor in there, and it made me like, damn. Like imagine that you're fucking your girl's twin sister while she's peeking through the door. Like her more chestier twin sister at that. What time is it? We're about 11:49. I think we've given you enough pod. Wait. Big up to Aaron Judge. Big up to Aaron Judge for being the AL MVP. I haven't heard if he was Major League Baseball's MVP, but he definitely made AL MVP. Obviously, as he broke the AL home run record and the Yankee home run record, and what is highly recognized as the official home run record. Now, the official home run record is also highly recognized as the official home run record as well, which is the one that was obtained by cheating and taking steroids. That's highly recognized as the official record as well, but it's so polarized and it's kind of split. And the one that Aaron Judge broke is also highly recognized as the home run record. And Aaron Judge is trying to be like, yo, you highly this, highly that, highly this, highly that. You just make sure you pay me highly, because if you ain't going higher than that 150 mil in your last offer, then you can kick rocks, homie. Y'all see what he did? And see, it's bad enough to put up the numbers, but now you start getting the accolades that start coming along with it. It's like, people like, well, it's good what he did, but he didn't win AL MVP. He just won he won AL MVP, but did he win Major League Baseball MVP? And then he's gonna do that. And then you guys go, well, he won MVP, but what was that for? Did he win a World Series? And like, you know what? The other team cheated. So let bygones be bygones. Hopefully. Aaron Judge continues to be a Yankee, and the Yankees come back with an offer so astronomically big that as he is engulfed by its shadow, he has nothing else to do but shake while he signs this in pleasure as he continues to be a Yankee. That's it. Hope you guys can remember that the key to life is happiness in your hustle. This is Stalin Toma Taylor with the MyT Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Okay, I've had 4. Appreciate you guys listening. Right, you guys continue to be safe. Don't forget that we will be back live Wednesday at Sharky's, 8:07-ish. Trivia at 10:30. Ladies drink free at 9 to 10. 2 for 1's 10 to 12. DJ in the building. Mighty Sports Podcast in the building. Daily raffles, daily giveaways, daily prizes. It's always a blast on the Mighty Sports Podcast. But listen, When you go to Sharky, that's when you start to sink your teeth into some real fun. Holla at your boy. Mighty Sports Podcast. We're out of here. But don't gotta forget about Blue Chew. What's Blue Chew, folks? Blue Chew happens to be that little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you gotta do is open up a pack and head straight to the side. Just a few chews before you do. This has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you could beat it up like a boss. She would love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use my promo code of GSSS, like I love girls, I do adore. That is Golf Sierra. You can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, folks, first order of Blue Chew for free. I know you don't need it. Oh, listen, we know you don't need it, pimpin'. This is that thing that you want. I'm just saying. You know, any time that you hop in the bed and you want that extra stomp, you know what I mean? When you make her wanna shout, you make her wanna scream when you thump. Like, hit her with one of those. You know, have her say, oh, my neck, my back, my neck, and this, I know she says that already. But how about we go from 6 rounds to 12 rounds? How about we go from 12 rounds to 24 rounds, guaranteed to double your performance? That's all I'm saying. If you are prone to whiskey dick every once in a while, works for you too. Listen, and guys, why are we talking about whiskey dick? Let's act like we don't know. There's something called whiskey clip. You guys get where you go. You know, we're gonna leave it there. You know what I'm talking about. Get so drunk, you know, you need. But Blue Chew. Alright. Use the promo code. Get your first order for free. All you do is pay for shipping and handling. Once you get it, there's only 2 directions. You chew it and you do it. How you do it is up to you. Missionary, doggy style, jackhammer. Amazon. Oh yeah, that's a good Amazon position. Like she may bend your shit. But that's a good Amazon position. Blue Chew. Chew it and do it. Wait, can I do this the whole time? I gotta see something real quick. Hold on. Could I do I'm trying to see something now real quick. If I can have this Blue Chew sitting at the side, at the bottom of the screen the whole entire time I'm potting. Cause if that's the case, like, that's the move next time. Nope, can't do it. Back to the program.